Hello, everybody. Hold on, I'm fixing my camera. Oh, there you are. Hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Yeah. Okay. We're going to be giving you some messages from mid-May to June of 2025. Everybody's on different timelines, so my readings, they're timeless, first of all, but because they're on different timelines, you should be able to figure out when the cards work themselves out. All right. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, come on in. Bringing in the good energies, getting rid of the bad energies. Come on in. That was a good little singing bowl session. All right. Yeah, the birds are chirping, the sun is out. We've had so much rain lately. Yeah, all right. So we are going to get into your reading. All right. Spirit guides, universe, angels, ancestors, possible friends of Sagittarius who may have passed over, and the higher galactic beings that might be overseeing this act of divination after all. Please come in and give us a message for their best and highest good in a way that we can all understand. Please and thank you. Hello, everybody. Peeking in and out. Shout out to the people who can read the cards backwards when I do lives. For some reason, it automatically does it backwards. So just to give you a heads up, not every single word out of my mouth is going to pertain to you. It's literally impossible. So just know that, okay? Yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else watching. Don't forget to flip-flop the energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it. Okay, show me what I need to see. You take the one on the bottom. Take your medicine. Something about taking medicine. Now it's either you or somebody else watching, or somebody else you're dealing with. But I feel like, it may be for some of you. We all have to take our medicine when things are, not right? So we'll leave it at that for now. These cards change meanings throughout the reading. So, yeah, just knew that. Hello, everybody. Yep. Okay. Superficial. Something's fake. Something's all about money. This is in your present. Somebody's very superficial. All they care about is money. The one-upping. Hi, everybody. Hello. Yeah, all right. Show me what I need to see. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Basically, if you have Sagittarius in your chart somewhere, it should pertain to you somehow. Overwhelmed. This is crowning you, Sag, for the next few weeks or so. Something's overwhelming, or someone is. Something's fake at AF. We got the superficial card here. And take your medicine. Whoever this is, I feel is possibly feeling karma. We're going to find out anyway. Whoa. All right. Hold on. Card down. And it is, drum roll, please, the Star. This is the Hope, Fear Challenge and homework. However, the Star in tarot is basically healing It's wishes, wish fulfillment, manifestation. It's faith. It's hope. It's my favorite card in the deck. Hands down, I love the star. It brings in, so many really cool energies. Somebody could be a star somehow, some way, but this is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework column. One more card out of this deck, and then I'm going to use a shadow love deck and get a little bit more of a vibe. And then we're going to see where we're going with these cards. Second opinion. Something about a second opinion. Maybe you're lurking. I almost said lurking. You notice that? Yeah, for a second opinion, or somebody is. Oh yeah, I need to take one of these. A couple of these. All right, give me 3, maybe 4 cards out of this deck, Spirit, please. There's 3. Boom, boom, and boom. First one is mirror. The mirror reflects your own issues like attracts like. Yeah, I feel like somebody's refusing their own reflection. If you look at this card, male or female, the lady in the mirror isn't matching necessarily the lady, like they're looking away. Yeah, something about that. Take your medicine. Somebody needs to look at the truth for what it is. They're being fake, tangled, unable to free yourself from a sticky situation. Taking a step back helps you to see clearly. Yeah, you can snapshot that if you would like. Tangled web, superficiality, fakeness, money hungry, whatever it is. And then we have the secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. Yeah, in my book, when you're not telling the whole story, that's kind of borderline lying, huh? Yeah, so something about that. Somebody could be lying to themselves by not doing their own reflective work, their own soul searching and introspection. Thank you, Spirit. Right? All right, now I'm going to use my Oz and Wonderland Tarot. I love this deck. I hope you do as well. Hi, everybody. Where are you from, gamer? I'm in New England right now. Gamer Ratul. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am. Hi, Rick. Or Cobra. Hi, Cobra. I'm from New England. Where are you from? Let me know. I love to see where YouTube brings me when I go live. You never know in this world. All right, so first card out, Queen of Wands, take your medicine. Somebody's glowing up and showing up. This is Belina the hen, right? Belina. All right. Well, this is someone who's in charge, right? Take your medicine. Somebody is taking charge of something here. Hierophant down. This could be a false prophet. This could be a divorce. On the other hand, it could be separation, anything of that kind. Superficial. Somebody's fake. They're a fake spiritualist, or I don't know. I'm feeling like they could be. Somebody's taking charge of it. Somebody doesn't like this person who's connected with source, right? Whoever it is. Ace of Pentacles down, the silver slippers. In the Wizard of Oz, before they had color, those ruby slippers were actually silver. That's a little trivia for you. But this opportunity that this card stands for doesn't want to be taken, doesn't want to be accepted, whatever that is. I feel like people are overwhelmed with whatever this is. Okay, that's crowning you for a couple weeks anyway. I need a bunch of cards, Spirit, please and thank you. Hello, hello. 8 of Pentacles with the star. Somebody's working on their craft. Their job, maybe. Yeah, that's your craft. Learning lessons. The more you do something, the better you get at it. Yeah. Somebody's a star. Somebody's working on being a star or working on their wish fulfillment and healing. That's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework, right? Seven of Pentacles, second opinion. Seven of Pentacles is basically, it's a form of working on your tree of life, right? The Ten of Pentacles is the tree of life, what everybody strives for and wants, right? Here, it's like you're assessing things, but you're working on it maybe. But the hope, fear, challenge, and homework, you know, when Annie M is in the garden, it's very therapeutic, yeah? The star, the wish fulfillment, there's therapy here, second opinion. Somebody's working on things to get a second opinion or something of the kind here. They're not telling the whole story, however. Yeah, somebody's in a sticky situation. Who else had that in their reading? I think Aquarius had sticky situations in their reading. I don't know if that means anything to you or not. Yeah, there's a group of people. Take your medicine. There's a victory all day long. But it is publicly acknowledged. Some people might think it's, you know, I don't know what they think, but the community or the group, you know, there's action here. People are taking action and they're working on things. That's really good because that's what needs to happen, apparently. Somebody needs to do their self-reflection, you know, take your accountability if, when, and where needed, period, right? Childlike wonder, superficial. This could actually be kids, right? Male or female. A little young boy or whatever is in the picture, but it can be anything. This is, you know, playfulness, I feel. People were superficial. Wait, hold on a minute here. So if we have the Hierophant down, which could be divorce, separation, whatever that is, I feel like somebody's using their intuition. I feel like there's a child using their intuition, actually, to be more specific. Dead center in the reading is the Strength card down. Somebody's feeling maybe scared, timid, weak, frail. You know, we need to turn that around and be the lion, right? And walk with the lion, you know, right? So that, anywho, there's somebody's overwhelmed with this. They don't want this opportunity or situation ship, whatever that is, right? So show me what I need to see. I need a bunch of cards, Spirit. Somebody's looking for a second opinion. Oops. All right, that one and that one. Yep, Page of Swords. Now we are probably talking about kids here, but I have the Queen of Swords in the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. The star is in their truth, whoever that is, wish fulfillment or healing. Yeah, she's wise, this person, he or she. They have a lot of knowledge under their belt. They're not to be played with, right? Look at the chessboard behind her. Yeah, people are strategy. She knows how to play the game, right? This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework, making things happen with this star or this person or healing. I'll just leave it at that, right? Page of Pentacles, again, we have 3 pages, you know, we could be talking about kids for sure. However, Page of Swords here, second opinion, yeah, this is research. This is like looking into knowledge, looking into second opinion is right over this, you know, with this card. So working on things, getting a second opinion and learning, right? Learning, yeah. Now I have the Page of Pentacles over here under Take Your Medicine, you know, Queen of Wands, Six of Wands. Somebody's glowing up and showing up here. This star, this Queen of Wands. They've done their self-reflection. They've done their healing. And this is a very studious kind of card. I love this little guy, Toto. You know, this is in the past. Somebody's teaching somebody something and they don't like it. Yeah, there's a group of people here being highlighted. Show me. I need 4 more cards and we can get on with it. Need 1 more. Thank you. And that fell out, so I will take it. All right, the Witch reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. 9 of Swords. 5 of Wands. And the Page of Wands, which is the extra card. All right, everything I say in these cards has to do with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, a painful ending there somehow, some way. This could be rock bottom. It could be ruin. This is hurtful and painful, this card. This is ruin, whatever it is to you. Okay, so the Witch reverse now. This is one of the extra cards. This is number 25 as a major arcana in this deck. There's 3, 4 extra cards in this deck. The Witch reversed is with the Hierophant down. On one hand, I'm feeling like there was black magic done, you know, a lot of dark, negative, bad vibes there. But on the other hand, I'm feeling like somebody's very against this person. Something superficial. Maybe you don't think it's real. You're looking into things with childlike wonder. Okay, you're overwhelmed. I think what I'm feeling is somebody's coming into the realization of something and they want to research it more. King of Pentacles down. Very arrogant, very stubborn, greedy, misused their power. They either fell off their throne or were never on it to begin with. This King of Pentacles. It could also represent lack of money or lack of the ability to manage money, I think is what I'm thinking. Somebody's weak here. They don't want this beginning. They don't want a beginning or whatever that is. It is a nightmare. There's a lot of anxieties. There's a lot of chaos, confusion, mental health issues. All of that is being represented here as the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. And the Queen of Swords, I feel, is shining the star over these energies. And that's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework, right? The 5 of Wands is war. It's battling. It's fighting, you know, whether it's with the neighbor or if it's in the family or if it's at work. It doesn't matter. There's spontaneity here. There's gaiety, fun. Somebody wants a second opinion. They're looking something about a secret past or something that they want to keep secret. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to use my Herb Crafters Tarot deck. This is a nice springy kind of deck. I love this deck. I hope you do as well. We're going to get more clarification and validation. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Lots of peekers. Lots of peekers. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, this Queen of Wands is dishing the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords energy here together, I feel, is dishing out the medicine. That's what it is. They want people to heal with the star, and that's the way it is. Madre of Air. This is Queen of Swords again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, it's validating what I just said. Thank you, Spirit. Standing in their truth and cutting out the bullshit. Yeah, they're taking charge, taking action, Captain. I feel like this is very karmatic. Haya of Earth, the linden wood. Linden wood is very pliable, very bendable, right? Hayas are young. They're usually pages. Learning how to bend, how to be more. I feel like the Hierophant, the false prophet or whatever, is learning some valuable lessons here, but something superficial right over this. I mean, I can't make that up. But it's very grounded. Somebody's very grounded and learning how to deal with the superficiality. Okay. All right, I like that. Haya of Air reversed. Somebody is not standing in their truth. This is crowning you, right? They're not truthful. They're not telling the whole story. Remember? Yeah, they're hiding something, or they're not saying it. They're guilty AF. They don't want to admit it, or they're in denial or something. The Hanged One. The Star. Yeah, burdock. When we get burdock, when we get these things are stuck on us, it's like really hard to get it all. It's like a pain in the ass, right? Yeah. Well, this is. I feel like the suspension, the you can't get it off. Whatever. That's kind of funny how that's coming out. Somebody is waiting on someone to learn their lessons, hope, fear, challenge, and homework with star right over it. All right, I need a bunch of cards, please. It's funny how these things come out. Hi, everybody. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to see my cards. Show me. Yeah, somebody's feeling it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wheel of Fortune came out. Four of Water. Look how still everything is. And this is next to the Hanged Man. That's suspension as well. You know, or I feel like you're in deep thought, looking for a second opinion, or something, or trying to find one. I don't know how that's going to work for you. But there's even like, look at the bird bath and the bird on it's very still, like no wind, you know, the stillness of it all, um, assessing things, getting a second opinion. All right. All right. Two of fire. Are we going to plant that plant in the terracotta pot, or are we going to leave it the way it is? Choices and decisions, making plans. Yeah. Looking ahead. You got the world in your hands. You're looking ahead and making plans, or that's what it's about somehow. Maybe this group of people, right? There is a victory here. There is something celebratory here. Choices and decisions, making plans. This group of people is making plans, taking their medicine. Okay. Madre of air standing, with their scythe, off with their heads if they don't like the truth. Yeah, truth bombs are huge. Truth bombs, right? Some of these truths that we're coming into, even about ourselves, never mind other people, right? Times are very, very interesting times that we live in, to say the least. The magician, the creator, the one who creates. You create everything in your life. Everybody else creates everything in their life. This is a trickster energy, in a certain way, I feel. And with the Page of Cups, using the intuition and using it and being the magician, right? Something is superficial. Somebody's all about money. They don't give a shit about anything else, or whatever that is. Learning to be pliable, learning to be knowledgeable in certain aspects. If the Hierophant is supposedly a teacher, and if it's reversed like it is right here, then they're not teaching. They're not walking their talk, is what it is. They say one thing and do another. Could it be this narcissist, the greedy, arrogant one? Yeah, I don't think so. Show me what I need to see. Six of fire down. Ding, 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 ding. That's the second Six of Wands. This one's reversed, however. There's no victory here. It's not about a victory, whatever that is. This is dead center in the reading. This group of people are weak. They have no defense. They're overwhelmed. Well, they shouldn't have put out what they put out, and they wouldn't be overwhelmed to begin with, right? Hello. Anyway, yeah, just very immature. There's a lot of pages here. There's a lot of immaturity. You know, the Five of Wands is jealousy, straight up. Nobody's going to admit they're jealous ever, but that's what it is, whether they like it or not. You know, that's the truth. I'm getting very stubborn. I'm getting very aggravated with this, almost. Show me what I need to see. Nine of Water, Queen of Swords, yeah. Wish fulfillment, the Star. Working on things, waiting on things, waiting for timing or whatever that is, waiting for people to heal. You know, we have to accept these truths first, you know, recognize it in ourselves, not just others. I have the Two of Water down. Yeah, we don't want this union or reunion. This it's off, right? People are researching things, and you know, it's a very investigative kind of energy. Maybe you're looking things up on YouTube or Reddit or TikTok or wherever it is, right? This is over here. Okay. So, yeah, but we don't want this. We're looking for the second opinion. Five of Fire is the war is over. Take your medicine. Yeah, the energy and the intent and everything with these youngins, right? These youngins, you know, trying to make plans of it all or through it all. Feel very chaotic. Very, very chaotic energies. Yeah, it's a painful situation for sure. You know, oh, look, the Ten of Cups is under that. Yeah, could it be family that we're talking about? Yeah, all day long. Mm-hmm. Could be a soul family if it's not a genetic family. Okay. Two of Air, another two. We've got a group of people being highlighted, and then we have two people being highlighted. All right. This is like mental chaos, being stuck or bound to something. You know, it could be like, you know, when like usually the Two of Swords, it has a picture on the card with a lady with a blindfold on, and when you can't see something, right, and you can't see your way, you're forced to use your intuition, right? You're forced to listen to your gut and whatever, right? With that intuitiveness. Mm-hmm. Right. So, okay. And I feel like with this witch reversed, this person that we don't care about, that's probably standing in their truth, right? Somebody's in mental confusion about that. The creator here, whoever created this nightmare. Mm-hmm. Yep, Ace of Fire down. Here's another ace. Ding, 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 ding. This one has no drive, no passion, no nothing. Feeling weak, feeling like, you know, this greedy, arrogant one doesn't want this whatsoever. This opportunity, this beginning, they're just overwhelmed. Well, that's probably because when you put that out, it comes back. So if you wanted somebody in mental confusion in the past, this is why you're in mental confusion now. And that's how it rolls, people. This world works on energy. Yeah, source is energy. It's a source of energy, right? God, the one and only. Boom, right there. Uh-huh. Five of Water. Mm. This could be grief, it could be resentment, it could be guilt, it could be a lot of things. It's feeling without, it's loss, it's disappointment. Somebody's very overwhelmed here. It's a nightmarish situation with the star right over it. That's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. However, we're working on our wish fulfillment, you know, and manifesting these things. But boom, there's that Queen of Swords that isn't playing. Whoever this is isn't playing. Five of Earth, another five. Ding, 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 ding. We have several fives now, at least three, possibly four if I count them. This one, I feel like somebody was felt, in the past, possibly left out in the cold, made homeless. The doors were closed in their face. They were ostracized, possibly. Just the whole intent of it is really nasty. I hate that energy. However, they're still fucking competing, and someone needs a second opinion. What the hell? Coriander of water, unhealed. Coranders are healers. Mm, the intuitive ones. Yeah, somebody's refusing it or denying it, or they just have no empathy because technically narcissists don't have empathy. Neither do sociopaths, right? They don't have empathy. They don't give a shit, really. It's all about them and their superficiality and their mask that they wear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to switch to my Viking deck. I don't really know the real name of this deck, but you'll see why I call it my Viking deck. It's pretty obvious. But we're going to do this again and get a little deeper and a little more clarification and validation. Show me what I need to see. I have the 9 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 10 of Wands reversed so far. So the 9 of Pentacles is about fulfillment. Somebody's fulfilled, somebody's not. Somebody's taken their medicine, and this Madre of Air, the Queen of Swords, is making sure of it. Somebody needs to heal, and I feel like, with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords right next to this, yeah, in a big way, in your faces, whoever that is, because it's I feel wicked, yeah, the Empress, the gracious one. The Empress is queen of all queens, right? They have everything they need. They're in a grateful, happy, they don't need to be arrogant. They don't need to be, because they're gracious and loving and kind, and more than likely a mom or something could be. I mean, there's a lot of moms on this planet, but it doesn't have to be, right? But something is superficial, right? This is a very creative kind of energy, but something is fake AF. All right. Hold on, I'm going to show you these. I have strength down, the world down. Ding, 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 ding. 2 strength cards now. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, overwhelmed. Let me show it to you upright. This is about ancestral curses, right? Or things that we carry that aren't ours to carry, right? Other people's burdens, right? I feel like the storm is over. We're not the overwhelmed. They don't want, well, yeah, but I feel like somebody doesn't want to deal with it. They don't want to heal. They don't want to heal. They're comfortable in the dark. All right. Thank you. They don't want this opportunity. They're not standing in their truth, and they're overwhelmed because of it. Period. And if it's you, it's because you need to see the truth. 9 of Wands. Battled warrior. Ding, 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 ding. Second 9. Yeah. Depletion. Somebody feels exhausted, weak. Strength card over here, down. Strength card over here, down. 9 of Wands. Yeah, somebody's been through it. They have been through it. That is dead center in the reading. And they're not dealing with somebody else's storms. Somebody needs to look in the mirror, self-reflect on their own actions, stop being judgmental on other people, and water their own damn garden. Wow, how this comes out. That's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody's waiting. This is the Page of Cups, the young one, more than likely. But I do feel somebody's listening to their intuition. They're listening to their dreams, right? They're working on things, thinking about things. Second opinion is right over this. Working on our own gardens. Yeah. Right. Feeling weak. Ding, 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 ding. The strength card reversed. We have the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Wands right under this. Yeah, this group, this coven, this coven of people. Yeah, the world down. Things are not completed. They're not. There's no closure. People haven't learned their lessons, or why. I don't know if they're refusing this change or denying it, but it's inevitable. I feel for this to happen. The magician is making it happen. Mm. Somebody is using their own magic. I like it. It's interesting. Very interesting. Hi, everybody. Yeah, shout outs to the people that can read the cards backwards. Every time I go live, it just automatically shows the cards backwards. We can't change it as YouTube creators. We can't change, you know what I mean? So hopefully people can just read the cards backwards. Show me what I need to see. Page of Wands down. Wheel of Fortune. There it is. I knew the Wheel of Fortune was coming into play here somehow, some way. It's all about karma, fate, and destiny. This was bad intent. This is stopping the childlike behavior. This is like all the bullshit, right? All the bullshit. Yeah. Wheel of the Year. Queen of Swords. Nine of Water. The Star. This is about change. Big time change for some of you. Hope, faith, healing, wish fulfillment, feeling tired, but looking into researching things and finding things out. Is somebody opening up their mind? Are they finally starting to bend? This stubborn one. Are they finally starting to bend? This narcissist. Yeah, healing. Look at, it's all about healing, man. This guy just, had to get off the field and get under a tree because it was going to kill him, whatever he was doing. So he needs to heal. He needs to rest. This is recovery, right? Someone needs a second opinion. They're looking into research. This union of two is off. I feel like oil and water. This is maybe your exact opposite, Sag. Eight of Pentacles again. Ding, 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 ding. Working on the craft, working on your lessons. Second one in the cards. Take your medicine. Somebody's working on it. This Mother of Swords, Queen of Wands. Yeah, they're giving it back. Somebody, that's the way it is. Somebody's giving it back. They did give it back in the past. 4 more cards, please. The Magician again. Yeah, this one's very level. I'm going to read it. Level. The creator, the one who creates. Yeah. The trickster. Creating black magic. Probably this Hierophant that's down is the Magician down. But there's 2 magicians up, if I read it up right. So this magician is making this happen. They're making, somehow you're doing something, or someone's doing something that's teaching people how to heal. And I feel like the first thing is to take the acceptance and the accountability, if, when, and where. And that is, and once they come into this, change of mind or whatever that is, boom, magic happens. They start to heal automatically, whether they know it or not. Whatever is not closed or finished, whatever, because I feel like some people are hanging on. There's no closure, because people are denying certain things. They're not growing and learning. They're stuck. Maybe they're stuck. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. People, you are what you create. So It is that way. It's just being highlighted. Show me. I need 3 more cards, please, and we can get on with this. Yeah, 4 of Wands reversed. This is divorce. Divorce of family, divorce of marriage. Um, really not such good news here. People are overwhelmed looking into second opinions and learning more about whatever this is. They really don't have the drive of it. Somebody's being very, very stuck in their own, I was going to say stupidity. They're being stuck in their own stupidity. They're being stuck in their own stubbornness, which is stupidity, really. So I guess if that comes out. All right. 2 more cards, please. There they are. Card down. Yeah. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah. The hard part is having the drive when there's no love. No love here. Yeah, that's probably the problem with this whole thing to begin with, because there's no love there. The arrogance and the greed, the superficial, you know? Wow. All right. There's no love there. Somebody's recovered from it, though. And they're waiting on an apology, a big ass apology. 10 of Cups. It's about the happy home, right? It's about the nostalgia, the all of it. All right. Now I'm going to give you a card from my Eternal Crystal deck. Don't be afraid to go down to your nearest metaphysical shop and grab a piece. I definitely read these out of the book. I love my trivia, and I'm pretty sure you might too. So hold on, I have a card down. Unikite, yeah, live in the present. Yeah, somebody's stuck in the past. They need to, let it go, right? That's a pretty cool crystal there. Ambers, browns, greens, yellows. Number 42, for those of you who care. I'm going to read it to you. You can flip-flop these energies as well as you feel fit. Do you spend too much time focusing on what has happened in the past? Are you constantly trying to plan for the future? Have you noticed that you haven't had much time to enjoy and live in the present? Unikite has appeared to encourage you to be fully present. It is time for you to enjoy what is around you now. Be grateful for the experiences that you have been through in the past. They've made you the wonderful you that you are today. Begin to honor who you are and cherish the loved ones and friends around you. Make the most of each opportunity that comes your way. There is nothing wrong with planning for the future. Just try not to become so focused on the future that you forget to live in the present. Unikite helps you to live in the now. It is balancing and grounding, which is associated with your heart chakra. Try to focus on the things and people that bring you the most fulfillment or happiness at the moment. Spend time doing things that you love and that re-energize you. Connect with your loved ones and do something fun together. Get out of the box. Get out of the bubble. Somebody's in a big bubble. I'm going to use my Hidden Realms Oracle. This is also one of my faves I've been using lately. Show me. The Shadow Queen, number 16. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. With all that research, there's a lot of gossip in that. There's a lot of chatter in that. Number 16, for those who care. Now check it out. The Shadow Queen tells you that too many of the details hidden behind your circumstances prevent you from moving forward quickly at this time. She has come with a lantern to help shed the light on what is concealed within you or your situation. This is the time to wait for more to be revealed. Perhaps you lack clarity and the knowledge of how to proceed with the subject of your inquiry. It's time to educate yourself a little more about the intention and then put that information to work for you. The Shadow Queen asks you that you dig deep to gain strength and that you have the courage to ask someone in the now, in the know, to shed light in your circumstances. Beware of moving too quickly in the dark, as you will likely trip and fall and have to start again. That's kind of deep, very deep. Yeah, the manipulation of the narcissistic behaviors, the head games, getting old. I'm going to use my Gypsy Witch Tarot. I believe it's from Romania. I'm not sure. If you know, please put it in the comments and let us know. But I like to think it's Romanian. King of Diamonds, number 15. The letter is a sign of good tidings when near, and when touching it, it indicates unexpected good fortune. Somebody might be receiving or sending a letter or a message somehow, some way, whether it's on the internet or through the mail. Yeah, there's just clarification there. 9 of Spades, number 41. Roses indicate beauty and rugged health. Yeah, they need to heal. There's beauty in healing. That's for sure. 6 of Hearts. The house denotes success in all ventures. If present conditions are unpleasant, the future will be happy and prosperous. Also predicts marriage. Whoever was unhappy in the past is now coming into happiness, or something like that. That's good. 10 of Clubs, number 35. The Tower, surrounded by clouds, denotes sickness. These people, somebody's mentally has a mental disorder, and narcissistic energies and sociopathic energies are faux show mental health issues all day long. Jack of Spades, number 52. The Shepherd indicates an intense love of life and a strong fellow feeling. Okay. Somebody has passion for life. Somebody does. I like it. The shepherd, the sheep. Sheep. Yeah. Flying monkeys. The sheep. The sheeple. The group. They're a bunch of sheep. They're just following, this is why we need to discern our way through making our own choices and decisions, and not listening to somebody else's manipulation or bullshit or narcissistic, be my friend, don't be their friend, kind of low vibing energy, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to use my grandma's other deck here. Pull a couple of these cards for you. Somebody's really overwhelmed. They are manifesting. They're wishing, hoping, and having faith. Really, and like I said, it's my favorite card. It's what pulls you through, Just admit things to yourself if that's the only place you admit it. As long as you know what I mean? You got it, man. Here's another house. Yeah. Something about a house. Somebody's home. Or something. Somebody could be spying on somebody's home. A journey. It is a journey to heal, let me tell you. It took me years. I'm still healing, for God's sakes. We all are on this planet. That's all it is now. A visit. Yeah, somebody's thinking of visiting somebody. Very nice. Very nice. I'll take one more. Baby. Somebody could be having a baby. Something is about children or a child. Those are your messages, Sagittarius. Be cool, man. Be kind. Be patient. And just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these kinds of messages, hit like, share, and subscribe. Help a girl out. It helps the algorithm. It helps other people that like these kinds of messages find these kinds of messages. Have a great week, and I will be back soon. Ciao.